Hey, thanks for dropping by to the Planners on Purpose podcast, created by Naomi Tucker, CMP. Now, this space is for the event planners to encourage and empower you so that you can fully live your life on purpose. So before we dig in, please take a moment to subscribe so you get future shows. Now, here she comes, your host, Naomi.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Planners on Purpose podcast. I'm Naomi Tucker, and it's always a pleasure to connect with you. Today, I wanted to talk about what event planners and event professionals love about planning events. For the love of events, for us doing what we do, truly, we have a big job and we have to love what we do in order to be in the game. So what do we love about it? I wanted to talk about that and talk about what gets us going and how can we continue to have these feel-good vibes as we venture more into this year and as we continue to move forward. With that said, I want to provide you with some areas that I enjoy about event management, and I hope that you also enjoy. So why not? Let's compare lists. I would love to know if you have something on your list that's different than mine. I don't know. We'll see. What do we love about this industry and what do we love about what we do? I think I have a pretty good list, and let's say it's going to be my top 10 list. They're in no particular order. I'm just going to go as I can go. It's really hard to rate some of these, but I am certainly interested in knowing what you think and if we have some similar viewpoints on what really makes us just love what we do. So here we go. I hope that you're ready. The first thing that I have here on my list, and again, it's in no particular order. It's just I wrote them down as I thought of them. But the first thing here is creativity. I absolutely love the creativity that comes from doing event planning work and event management work. It allows for us to be truly creative and to express ourselves and to design and organize. It really makes the job fulfilling. So whether that's us utilizing our own ideas or we're vibing off of our clients' and customers' ideas for an event, we truly get to be a part of making it happen. And we're a big driver of making it all happen and seeing that expressed on the day of the event. So for me, creativity is a big one that's on the list. We certainly have to think outside of the box many times, especially if we're doing events over and over again every single year. And each year it has to be better or more unique than the year before. How is it different? And us being able to come up with unique ways of showcasing how an event is different and how it can have a different creative expression is really fun to do. So that would be one of the ones that I have. So that's the first one that's on my list. The second thing that I have here on my list, and it's the travel. So traveling is really nice. It doesn't always come with everyone's work as an event professional, but it certainly is nice to be able to travel. For me, it's traveling the world, experiencing different cultures, different people, learning about areas in which I'm planning. That is truly fulfilling, and it helps me to be connected with the world. And I absolutely love the travel component of my job. And when I did have positions that perhaps not necessarily are traveling long distance, it's just nice to be able to connect with different venues, areas of town, doing events in different places. And those places have experiences and people that you're connecting with. So that's what I love, that travel aspect of the role. Next one I have, I think this is number 3. The next one that I have here is meeting people, because meeting people is also a really big component of event planning. So not only are you probably even meeting new clients and new customers and then their teams, extensions of their teams and maybe their leadership that you're meeting, those are all connections that you make that you can have an impression on them, they can have an impression on you, and it can be very nice. And In addition to that, it's also meeting people within your teams, right? If you have different vendors that you're working with, meeting them, hearing their stories of either how they got into the event industry or connecting on a personal level. I've gone to events where I have met someone for the first time, but we've connected because that person has a particular story. Maybe they were going through something. And that was truly a reason why I believe that we met during that event. And that can be really cool too. And not only just people within the team and people that you're working with, it can just be people that are within the vicinity of where you're working, hoteliers, people that are working at hotels and on cruise lines and in these unique venues. They're just all different people. And I believe every person has a story. And if you just are able to listen to their story, you can really extract just a wonderful connection, community, and even friendship with that person. So I really enjoy meeting new people, and that would be my third one. Next is solving problems. So I love to solve problems. I'm definitely a problem solver in doing the work that I've done as a account director. Usually you're getting all the problems that are coming to you. And it, to me, is exciting to figure those things out. And with planning events, there are constant challenges. And those challenges for most of us can be pretty stimulating intellectually. We love to try to overcome things, try to figure things out, make it work. If we have a client that's looking to get a particular room and there is no room, we're trying to figure out how we can make that room happen for our clients. And it can be exciting, even though we might feel as though it can be annoying sometimes, right? To solve some of those problems. In the end, it's truly satisfying when you're able to actually overcome unexpected challenge and then solve it. It keeps that job dynamic. It keeps it just exhilarating. So problem solving really becomes a big thrill. It's like a thrilling part of event professional life, and I absolutely love it. So let us move on. The next one I have, let's see, we are on number 5. The next one I have here is seeing the event through. On-site execution. There is a sense of accomplishment that happens when you plan an event and all its intricacies, and you travel to event and you have that anticipation, and then you get to the event and you're just seeing everything that you've planned execute, or you're managing the things that are not executing well, right? But just successfully executing an event and seeing things that are coming to fruition because of your due diligence, because of your planning, and how it can have a positive impact on the attendees. That is pretty cool. It's so awesome to just see the joy on attendees' faces, the excitement when they walk into your event from the first time, and as they're leaving, just hearing their compliments of just gratitude as they just have experienced that event that you planned. And it's rewarding on so many levels. And so that is another thing that I love about planning and managing events. Moving on to number 6. Number 6, what I love is just the inside scoops. Now, this might be different for some of you. I love the scoops that you get from the companies or whoever you're planning events for. Sometimes it's just nice to just get the inside scoop of what those companies are doing. It could be even your company. You get a front row seat to just see the different exciting changes that are happening. And because you're planning that, you're getting this information on either what they're doing next or where they're going from here, or you're seeing ideas form and brainstorming happening kind of in that real time. That can be motivating and inspiring, especially if you're planning events for some of these Fortune 500 companies. You can see how they move, how they operate. That is just pretty cool. And so for me, I'm a person that really thrives off of information. I love to research when those things happen, and when I can be a part of just understanding how ideas are being generated, how a company is making their next moves. That can be pretty cool to be a part of that inside scoop and have a seat kind of in that event and really witness those things happening and occurring. So that is another thing that I love about events. The next thing I have here is variety. Our roles as event professionals, no matter what type of role you have, because there's so many different roles, there's a variety. So again, there's so many roles that you could get into when you're an event professional. And it wasn't like that maybe even 20 years ago, but it has gotten very intricate, and I really enjoy that. You have different jobs that involves different types of events. You might have meetings, you might have board of directors meetings, you might have sales conferences, you might have citywide conventions and exhibits and product launches. There's so many different types of events that you can be a part of. And all it takes is you just kind of learning and adapting and moving to all of these different genres, I guess, of event management. And I think that just having that variety is really nice. It gives us an opportunity to move around, and it makes just life as an event professional unique. It makes it interesting. It keeps us on our toes, and it's really fun. So that is another thing that I love about events. Now, I also love personal growth. With having different unique roles and different types of events comes you learning those different aspects of event management. Planning out your exhibit space is going to be different from doing a board of directors meeting or planning a big, huge festival on a fairground. That's going to be certainly different, right? So these different aspects of planning events can offer you personal growth and offer you opportunity to expand and learn new things and develop new skills. And it also helps you to overcome any type of obstacles that might be associated with you growing as well. So that is a really great aspect that I also love about event planning and planning events is personal growth. The next thing is that you can have personal experiences. So tailoring events to suit specific needs and preferences of your different clients. It helps you leverage your creativity, but then do it in a personalized way. Personalization can be just super fun. And it's different than just being creative. It's being creative, but it's also caring enough and paying attention to certain details so that you really bring this essence of joy to your client. So I love that about events too. And then finally, my last one for you is being collaborative. That fun sprinkle of pixie dust that's all over the teams and the vendors that you use. When you incorporate and collaborate with different teams, with different vendors, your event production team, your destination management team, maybe you have volunteer teams. It's when you bring them all together, it just really helps to bring an event to life. And that just fosters a sense of camaraderie, just an enhanced sense of collaboration, and it's exciting to share the same sense of accomplishment with each other. So I really love when it all comes together and everybody's making that magic happen. I think that's pretty cool. And that's my last reason on why I love events. So how did you do? How did your list compare with mine? I would love to know, do we have some of the same items in it? Are there certain areas that you love about event planning that maybe I didn't even hit on? I would love to hear about that. Tell me, DM me on Instagram, and always feel free to leave a positive comment here as you rate the podcast below. So this was fun. It's really great to just tap into why you love doing what you do. We do some very important work, and we have impacts that last a lifetime. We make an impact on our attendees, on the teams that we work with, and then on the companies, and then they go on to make an impact on the world because of the experience that they were able to have at events that you planned. And so knowing this, it just allows us to feel connected to what we do, and it makes those struggles that we work through just go by so much easier because we know what our overall purpose is and we're connected to it. Doing this work and tapping into the why of what you do is just so important. It can be the difference from you absolutely loving what you do to be passionate about it and then moving forward in it and not feeling as much stress or feeling super heavy without a true sense of connection to what you do. So I really hope that this helped foster that connection, appreciate and love your events. And I appreciate you for listening, and I'm wishing you all the love today. Until next time, stay on purpose.
Well, that wraps it up for this episode. If you enjoyed the conversation, hit the like button and tell us how much you enjoyed the show by leaving a message in the comments. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.